gonna do today, inshallah, is basically going through step by step. First, we're gonna have an introduction of some of the tools in Illustrator, and then we'll go through how can I diagram the data and the site analysis, for example, and then how can I diagram my design? How can I show that? Okay. Not exactly in this, I guess, this timeline, but something similar. Okay, guys. So first, shortcuts. Shortcuts, the keyboard shortcuts are amazing, guys. You need to know them. They're really useful, and they help you with time. It's such time saving. So first, we have the selection tool. It's this arrow. And the shortcut for it is V. So when you type V, it's gonna pop up. And basically, if you're gonna have like to memorize 3 shortcuts only, I'm gonna tell you V, selection tool, A, direct selection tool, and P, pen tool. Okay, you're definitely gonna use them the most. So we have a selection, which is the basic selection. You can change the size. And of course, you can use Shift to change the size. And then we have A, which is the direct selection tool. I think I might actually say A when I talk about when we dive into the diagramming. So please pay attention that it's the direct selection tool. You can basically play with the shape of the with the shape, and you can adjust the edges as well. So these circles, I hope they're shown. They can help you with changing the shapes, the edges of the shape. Okay, what if I want to change them all at once, and I want them all to be the same? First of all, I'm gonna go into, if I go directly, okay, into the A, which is the direct selection tool. By the way, if you don't remember that the shortcut, because maybe you spent a lot of time without working on Illustrator, you don't have to get the cheat sheet from the net. You can basically go over the tool, and they're going to show you direct selection tool, بين قوسين A. Okay, I want them all to be changed the same. So I'll grab one, and they're all going to change. How can I change only one? I'm going to go into this anchor, press on it, and then change it. So this is the difference, okay? And then we have the pen tool. It's a pen tool. Changing those stroke and fill color, they're gonna help you if you want it. Let's make it black, so it's more shown. It's gonna help you with how you can change them. If I want it, يعني, if I draw something with pen tool, and then it's a straight line, and it's just the fill color, it's gonna show me something very thin. It's not even a stroke. So just pay attention for that, please. Okay, and then we have the Curvature Tool, which is Shift. I don't know what this command is supposed to be, but you can see it's Shift وشيل that keyboard thing beside it, and then it's basically this. Okay, so how can I change this from fill into stroke with a shortcut, basically? So if you go here, you're gonna see Shift X. So if I'm gonna change it directly, Shift X, and it will change. Okay. Command Z is for going back, and Shift Command Z is for going further. Okay. I think they're the same commands with all the programs. Okay. What else? We have here the shapes. We have a lot of them. So if I'm gonna do a triangle and I don't have it here, I can go to what's it called, Polygon Tool, and I can go with 3, and voila, we got a triangle. It's easier than actually, yani you can draw it yourself, but it's annoying. So I'm pressing shift while drawing this, and then I can change how it looks, and it's up to you how you want to do it. Okay. The line thing. I use it if I want something to be in a specifically, like for example here we have I need it to be 10 and I need it to be 90. I use this actually for reference. If I want to print something and I need to know that this box is 90, and yes, we have here a ruler. It's Command R to get it, or you can get it here from window, I guess. It's, you'll find it here. Yeah, there is. Anyways, if personally, I don't like using the ruler to measure stuff, especially for printing. I'd rather go with this. I either go with a rectangle, and I'll go, for example, 20 by 20 centimeters, and I'll know in printing my drawing how big it's gonna be. So this is like my reference, okay? Or you can, of course, do it with the artboard. So when talking about artboard, Shift O is the artboard tool. Shift O, and then escape to get it out. Here it is. Because I use shortcuts a lot, sometimes I can't remember where it is. So here we have the artboard tool. You can change it, and let's say that we want to make another one. We will go like this. We have a new artboard. If I'm going fast, please let me know, because these are the basics and I'm trying to go over them quickly. So if you need to clarify something, if I'm going too fast, please let me know. Here we have some already in Illustrator sizes. So I have A4, I have A3, and I have even for the iPhone, it's provided for you. So iPhone X, how the shasha basically, the screen, how it's gonna be. So yesterday I actually I updated my Illustrator, and they have a new thing, which is how can you copy the artboard. So Shift O, and I'll go here, Command C for copy, and then Command V. And here we got the artboard. Before this update, it wasn't provided. You can't copy an artboard. And it's really useful, especially when you have multiple files open, okay? It's really useful. Okay. I hope everything is clear. And then, so here we have another useful tool, which is gradient. So I can make the gradient over here. It's gradient, called gradient. And you press on it. You should put it in on stroke or you'll be confused just like me. Okay. So if I wanna change this gradient, I don't like having it like this. So I can change it very easily. And I remember sometimes I used it in, if you want to add another color here, for example, and I want this to be the opacity of 0. Okay, So here we have like, let's put it on this one, for example. Command Shift تاء مربوطة, because the other thing is brackets, is to have the object coming into front, then to front. So basically, even those, they have shortcuts. You can see it here. I hope you can see it here. Send to back, all of these. When you know the commands or the shortcuts in the keyboard, it's much easier, guys. Okay, so this, and I'll see here, I'm gonna take it to 50. So it's gonna give you, okay, the background isn't the best with it, right? But it's gonna give you like a shading type of look. So you can use gradient for a lot of things. Okay, another useful, very useful tool is eyedrop, which is this. I use it almost every time I open Illustrator. And the reason for it is basically if I want to change this into like, let's see, this color. Change. Okay, if I need this color to be here in my color swatches. And because we're talking about colors, so let's begin with how can I make a new group for my color palette. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna call it Casa, for example. Okay, and it's added. So I need this color. I can either go and press on the object, and then come here, go into the file, and then new swatch. And you'll see it here, it's added. Okay, it's very simple, very easy. And it works, it's gonna show with you here even, with the strokes, it's the same thing. If I'm, what else can I do with the well, it's an eyedrop. It's quite basic, okay? What other tool are we gonna talk about today? I think most of them we're gonna tackle while talking. So let's start with the actual material now. So why do I have those here? Basically, I want you guys to know these tools, which are the Pathfinders. They're really, really easy to use, but I don't think a lot of people actually use it. So why is it like this? Because it's basically how you see it, it's how it's going to be applied, okay? So when I do this, it's going to merge them. I think it's called unite. Yes, unite. And it's going to take the color of the object that's above. So let's say I'm going to send this into the back, and we're going to do the same. It's going to take the color of the objects on top, okay? Okay, we have this one, which is going to take, it's going to cut what's above. So here, the gray or the white color, I believe it talks about what's upper, and the gray or the just what they call it, the stroke, the rectangle. It talks about what's behind, object-wise. So if I do this, it's gonna take the rectangle on top, in the middle between those two rectangles. I feel like it's confusing a little bit when I talk about it. I hope you're all good. This one talks about the same. It's gonna take the color of the upper object, and it's gonna cut the intersection between them. Okay, now we have Pathfinders, but they act a little different. So you don't want to intersect something, you don't want to remove something, and you don't want to unite, but you need that relationship between the two objects. So here, for example, you have divide. The shape looks the exact same. If I go to A, or a direct selection tool, and I do this, it cuts, and it's really useful when we were talking about diagrams. This tool is quite useful. Okay, what else? We have trim, which is basically, yeah, when you use those, it's automatically grouped. Those shapes are grouped. So we're gonna go here into ungroup, and I'm gonna go do this. And it's basically trimming what's intersection behind the upper object, okay? And then we have this one, which is gonna give me this, and I can use it this way. Okay? So it's trimmed everything here, but it still gave me this, the upper object again. So here, why do I need this? Because it's gonna give me the stroke itself. You can see it clearly now, I hope. Just like this, okay? And the last one, which is this one. And it doesn't really show much here, but if you have like a complex shape, it's gonna be quite useful. Okay, I finished the Pathfinder things, and I hope you guys are all okay and you understand what I'm saying. So can you comment please if everything's good? I'm going too fast. You having trouble with something? Voice is clear. Please comment. Yes. Yes, good. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now we have the tools which are align. They are seriously the most useful tools ever, okay? And here we have a key thing, which is align to selection, or align to key object, or align to artwork. Let's say I'm talking about align to artwork, and I have my objects here in this artwork, and I need them all to be horizontal, align center, okay? Or I'm saying that I need them all to be on the side, or I need them on the other side. They're exactly how it looks. يعني it's quite simple, quite forward, and please use them. It's gonna save you a lot of time. Okay, let's say that I want them all to be vertically aligned, or I need them horizontally, but to the downside or the upper side. Okay, we got this. This is about distribution of objects. So if I do this, it's gonna take it from vertically from the upper side to the other side. And here, we do this. I think we need more objects, honestly. Let's try with this one. It's it's the same. It's basically gonna distribute them evenly, okay? And because they're it's aligning two artboards, so it's giving you this word attitude. I need them to be distributed horizontally, or let's say like this, evenly, or the same. They look the same. This is fine. Okay, these are very important tools. Here we have horizontal distribution space. This actually distributes your shapes or your objects evenly to the artboard, okay? And if I want them, if they're like this, and I need them, yes, something very important. If I click on another artboard, it's gonna actually go to the other artboard, and it's gonna be a mess. Here, vertical distribution, it's gonna space them evenly into the artboard. So it's good, everything's good, but I don't need it to be evenly distributed into the artboard. And let's say they look like this. And the space that I need is from here to here. I need them to be distributed evenly. I'll go here, align selection, and then do this. And they're gonna be all aligned, or the spaces gonna be equal. And it's really important, especially when you have like a heavy diagram, or let's say we're gonna work with a zoning diagram, and they look like this. Let's take more than 3. Then, and the space that I need, let's say it's like this. Okay, أحتاجهم يكونون starting from here till here. I don't need them to be sticking with the edges of the artboard. I'm gonna do the same. Align to selection, and then the distribution, it's gonna distribute them evenly. And the spaces will be even. I think that's all I'm gonna say about this these tools. Okay, now let's say that I'm gonna talk about a zoning diagram, but I wanna do it 3D. Do I have to do it on Rhino, let's say, or another software and then bring it here? No, you don't. Let's say that I need it, I don't wanna draw the whole thing. For example, if I'm gonna do it manually, I'm gonna do this. I'm pressing Shift like this. And see, it's not the best thing. Like, you can do it, but in a better way. It's gonna take some time. And then I'm gonna finish it, okay? And then do this, and this doesn't match. It's fine. I'm gonna do this. I hope it's clear what I'm doing, guys. It's a mess, basically. Okay. Okay, finally, I made something that looks like a 3D. And to make it more visible, I'm going to give it a thick outline. So this is fine. You can do that manually. And you can do it in a better way than the way I did. But there's another way. I have the shape that I need, and go to Effects, 3D, Extrude. Okay. This is actually a little heavy, especially if you have a complex shape. It's going to be heavy in your laptop. So, يعني, try not to do that while doing another heavy thing on the side. Okay? This blue face or facade is actually talking about, how can I say that? The face of the rectangle. So if I go here, this is the face of the rectangle. This is the blue facade that you just saw. Okay. And you're gonna know when we do another diagram, inshallah, you're gonna see that this is actually very important to know. What is this blue facade? So I need it to be like this, for example, or I need it to be like this. The extrude depth, I need it to be, let's say, like this. Let's say 1,500 pixels. This is gonna give you some attitude with the edges. It's gonna be rounded or like having a zigzag, and it's gonna be shown like this. See, if you need to play with it really. But we need a classic one. I think this looks good. Let's say it's like this. See? You can play with those. And I got this. Okay, I got it. But it still applies like a rectangle. I'm gonna go up there, object. Oh, wait, you see what I'm doing here? I think the tools, the toolbar up there. You see what I'm doing, what I'm using. Please comment if you do. No, okay. Okay, you see it now? No, yes. Do you see this Zoom group chat as well? Okay, good. Yes or no? It's fine. I'm just gonna do it for now. Okay, I'm here for this. It's applied the extrusion, but it still works. Yani, for example, if I do this, it's gonna do it with me. But I need to work with it as a 3D object. I'm gonna go here, object, expand appearance, and we have it. Of course, when you do that, you do this with Illustrator, it's gonna group it immediately. So I'm gonna go right click and group, or Shift Command G. Let's say Shift Command G, and it's ungrouped. Okay. And the nice thing with the extrusion effect is that it's going to give you this 3D shape. It looks like it's an actual 3D object. So if I do this, it's actually giving me only the appearance in front of you. Yani it's not going to give me the whole actual 3D thing. And I need to give it a thickness. Okay. Okay, good. I have this issue. How can I solve it? I need the thick outline. Let's say it's like this, but it's giving me this annoying edges. I'm gonna go into stroke up here and change these. First two. Let's see how it looks. It looks very smooth and very neat. I think someone had a question. Something. Why do you use expand appearance? Okay. The reason, I'll repeat that. Okay, first we have the rectangle or the square. We're gonna go into Effect, 3D, Extrude, and then, by the way, this gonna give you the preview. You can see what you're gonna have by this preview. It's very important. They have it like this, and I need it, let's say, in this angle. Okay. Now, why do I need to expand the appearance? Because here, as you can see, I hope you can see, I'm dealing with it as a rectangle or the square. You see here, I can't edit, even when I take the direct selection tool, I can't edit the, let's say, this facade or this facade. I'm gonna deal with the square itself. So I go here, object, into expand appearance. So I can deal with it and I can change the angle if I want. I can, let's say, change this color. I need it to be, I think, I need it to be red or blue. I need it to be, this one I need it to be white, you know? So this is why I use expand appearance, because I want to edit each facade differently. I hope it's clear. Okay. And it's give me the, you can add the stroke. And I'm gonna repeat how can I fix this issue, guys. Go here, stroke, and do this. Basically, you don't have to do this. يعني, the special thing about solving this problem is the corner. You fix how the corner is like. Here, it's the opposite of what we just saw. So here, it's gonna look like this, to the outside. Here, it intersects into the middle. And here, it's to the inside. So it looks like mahfour actually. Okay, hope it's all clear, guys. If you have any question so far, because we're gonna jump into another thing. If you have any questions about these tools or something about tools in general. No questions? Okay. If anyone got any question, please ask now. Okay. I think it's good. Okay. How can I start my diagramming? How can I, now I know the tools, I know how to do things, most of things. Now I want to start my representation. First thing, without any doubt, is get your color palette. I believe you see now. Someone just saw something like this. Can you see the Adobe? Yes. Okay. So make sure you have this in your mind whenever you want to start your diagramming or your project in general. Adobe Color actually give you access to color palettes, something that actually goes together with each other. So weird something. So basically, when I do this, it's all change because it needs to create a color palette that works together. Okay. Okay. Let's say that I don't want these. I don't want to explore them. I want to see something jahiz, basically. I'm gonna go to explore. It's color.adobe.com or Adobe Color, basically. Here, the first one is create. You create your color palette. Here, explore, and you get to explore what's new, what's trendy. Here, it's a lot of the same thing. Then the next one, we have something different. The first page is mainly the trendy color palettes of the year or of the any time you just got in. And here we have غالبا يكون in the second page you're gonna get more diverse color palettes. Okay, let's say that I want something specific. I need, let's say, C. Let's see what color palettes. Because my design is, let's say, على الواجهة البحرية, for example. And I need my color palette to match that. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna discover what they can show me. Let's say that I like this one. It works with my design. How can I have it into Illustrator directly? I'm gonna go here, add to library. And it's been successfully added into my library. Let's go here. My library here. Yes, here we have layers, libraries, links, artboards. Here, libraries is what I'm talking about. And it's automatically linked to Adobe, especially if you have the actual Adobe, yani you download it from Adobe, not something else. And I want to use it. It's very basic. I go here and I get it. It's very straightforward. It's very easy, and actually gives you the name of the group of the color palette. Okay, let's go back here. So let's say that I don't have an Adobe account and I need this color palette. all you gotta do is get into it and then screenshot and export that or take that into your Adobe Illustrator file. It's very, very easy. It's clear. Do you understand? How can I link that? How can I take this color palette into my design or my file? Yes. Do you want me to repeat that, or it's all clear? Okay. Okay. Now I get my color palette, because something very, very important about color palettes, guys, is the appropriation. Get a color palette that actually works with your design, with your site, with your idea. For example, if I'm talking about design tackling modernism, for example, I'm not gonna have colors like this one, or for example, like this one. It's too colorful for modernism. But I'm gonna go for something like this, or something basic, basically. Or let's say I'm tackling, for example, my project is على الواجهة البحرية, or I need something to be linked to the sea or linked to the water. I'm not gonna take, for example, this color palette. I can, but for example, this one works better. Okay, so color palettes are very general, they can help you with your design, with your statement, with your argument, and then they can destroy everything. Going with black and white, shade of grays, and red is really lovable in architecture school, but it's not always the way to go, unless you actually need it in your design. So use those color palettes wisely, okay? And that actually applies to icons. Here we have flaticon.com. And inshallah, I'm going to send you an email with all the links we talked about today. Flaticon actually give you a very vast amount of icons in different ways of drawing or styles, let's say. And I believe you pay for it annually. I don't have it, but it's quite useful. The reason why I don't have it is because I like creating my icons myself, but it's quite useful. Why I say that? For example, let's say that I need a shopping icon. Okay, and I'm gonna go to images, and I like this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and drag it. Tamam? And we're gonna know الحين, inshallah, how can I use this? This is actually pixelated and it's annoying and I can't use it. Okay? And let's say I'm gonna do zoning diagram. So I need a shopping icon and I need, let's say, housing icon. So I'm gonna take this one, for example, or let's say this one. Yeah, and I'm gonna drag it. They have it here. The reason why this method, sorry, just let's clean this mess. The reason why this doesn't work, because the language has nothing to do with each other. They don't look the same, they have different languages. You can use them, but it's not the best thing visually. You want your project to be complete, so that's why أرشح لكم flat icon. It gives you a lot of icons with the similar language. If it's talking about, when you see it, it's actually pleasing to see. Okay? Okay, let's see that I don't want to pay for a flat icon, and I need something fast. And I need those two. Okay, so I can use it now. I can change the color because if I change the color, if it's possible, no, it's not possible. Okay, I need to use it as a vector. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and go trace image. See what just happened? This message from Zoom is annoying, honestly. Sorry. So here I trace the image and it looks fine, but it needs some fixing. I'll go here. I'm still trace image. I'm gonna do it again, guys. Here I have this image and I need it to be vector. You all know what vector is, right? This is vector. It's a shape with vectors, okay? And this is a picture, an image. I can't edit it, okay? So I need to transform this from an image that I can't edit into something that I can use. Here we're gonna go up here, again, boom, trace image, or image trace. And if I like the results, let's start with this one, trace image. Once you press on the image, you're gonna have these options, trace image. And I like the result. So I'm gonna go here, expand, and then it's automatically grouped. I'm gonna go ungroup, and I'm gonna remove the background. I'm gonna make it red. This one is gonna be blue. You know, I can easily use it. Okay, and this actually works with some images. You can trace image and use it as a vector, but it's not the clearest. يعني if you have an image taken from, it's a photograph basically. Sometimes it's not gonna trace it nicely. It doesn't read it well. So here I need to fix those issues. Here, some glitches today, not smooth. So here I'm gonna go. Which one? Strange. Tracing results. Okay, I don't know why it didn't activate just now. Tracing result, it's just what I just saw, okay? And I need to have it more clearly, more smooth. I'm gonna go play with these. See how it changes? But you need to actually play with it until you get the result you need, okay? It's Mafi general rule for this one. You're gonna have to try it until you get the best look you need. Let's say I need this to be 50%. And the corner, let's see how they work. Oh, here. This is what's gonna fix this issue. And then noise. Is it gonna change something? No. This actually gonna you're gonna benefit from these more when you do it for more complex shapes. Okay, I have the best result now. I go here, expand. Okay, good, but it's grouped, so I'm gonna go on group, and then remove the background. Let's say I have my background to be Command Shift G, so I can send it back. And I need, whoa, this is too much. Let's say it's like this. The reason why I did that is because sometimes we get this and we don't notice it. Okay, I have still here I can fix it, you know, because it's a vector. I can add one, two, بعدين نسوي actually, and it's smoothing. You know, you can always play with these. But this is a very, very important thing, guys. Don't waste your time on very tiny details, especially if this is actually going to be like this. What kind of problem? It's fine if you want to open the mic and you want to say what's the issue. If it's hard to mention by typing. Okay. So I'm just going to clean it. What type of problem with this thing? Hassa.
After tracing.
Okay.
Hello.
سامعتك.
Yeah. After tracing, وين البار تبع الediting؟
For يعني تبين تردين مرة ثانية؟ Like tracing?
Yeah, I want to smooth the edges.
Hmm?
After tracing, where the tool bar?
It's not going to be appearing again. This is a very important question, actually. Here. I'm going to go back. Okay. So I have it here as an image. ليش ما يطلع لي هذولي ليش ما يطلعوا لي tracing image لما أسوي expand ليش ما يطلعوا لي مرة ثانية is because this is a vector now. It's not an image. So you can't have the same things. يعني you're not going to have trace image for a vector shape. Okay? And this is after tracing, it's going to be a vector shape and it won't have the same شنو يسمونهم special no special خصائص basically properties. Yes, thank you. Okay, so it's clear. You need me to do it again or explain something else about tracing them because it's really important, guys. You're gonna use it a lot. Do you need to know something else? Okay, I talked just right now about creating my images or my icons, sorry. It's quite simple again. I'm gonna show you now my graduation project. This is one of, this is actually an early stage before, so it's not the full thing, okay? I'm gonna go here, view, presentation mode, and it's gonna show you. This is actually, it's not the final look as I just mentioned, but I wanna show you here the icons I use. I made these because they fit my, the aesthetic of the project, okay? So, and when I started, I actually used some icons from the internet and they didn't look nice. So I needed to do mine to have this unified language, you know? But again, you can do the same thing with, as I just mentioned, the flat icon. It's because it's already unified. And you must make sure that everything you need, يعني write it down, write what you need, especially if you're talking about zoning and whatnot. Write it down so when you take a package from that icon, you make sure that most of them look the same. And if you can't find the icon you need, for example, in الوكرة I just showed you guys. Yes, this one. Here. I didn't find a village icon, but I need it. Okay? So it's not a huge deal to make your icons, especially if you need like to make 2 or 3. And it's really worth it. Okay, so I made my icons. Everything is good. Shall we jump now for the site analysis? How can I make an interesting looking site analysis? Before that, do you have any questions about image tracing or how we did any of this? Okay, inshallah. Okay, I'll go through this one first. So, can someone tell me actually how did I make this? From I just mentioned how we use the tools here, and I use the same exact tools. So this is a plan that I traced, and this is my site right now, and I need to make a narrative, okay, for my site, because this site is another شوية context عن الموضوع. هو موجود بالويب سايت، هو ال شو يسمونه land port between Saudi and Kuwait, and it's a very miserable site. So I needed to show all the issues in the site. Okay, and then this is, I think this is more updated. Okay, so what did I use here? Basically, I used my plan, which is used here in the basic. I have like figure ground, zoning, and vehicle circulation as normal diagrams. And then I used multiple diagrams into one huge one. So this illustration got like maybe up to 5 diagrams all together into one diagram, one big diagram. And it actually covered the whole board. So how did I make this? We're gonna go back here. I have this plan. I exported it from Rhino. And it's actually when I go inside, because when you get, let's say a file from Rhino or from Revit or whatever, export it with the layers, because here it was much easier for me to group those and change the line weight as I like by the layers. So جبتها من Rhino نظيف. And before I put it into my diagramming file, I actually cleaned it more and made sure that everything's clear. Okay, so now I need to take this look. I actually made this whole diagram, this whole diagram, everything in it, except the plan itself is all done in Illustrator. Okay, so I go here, I go up there, effects, 3D, rotate, not extrude, rotate. Okay, نفس اللي قلناه the blue facade is actually the plan itself. Okay, so because I want it to be looking like 3D, I'm gonna go here. And let's say it looks like this. Well, okay. Now this looks fine, but I need to experiment more. One very important thing is to have those numbers. Write it down, take a screenshot. What I like to do is taking a screenshot of these numbers, because when you do it, هنقول الحين today ما أقدر أدش مرة ثانية على نفس ما أقدر أرجع على الصفحة اللي توا. Okay, and here we have the same issue. I'm still working with it as a plan. I'm not working with it as a 3D or like tilted shape. So how we did that, we go up there, object, expand appearance, and now I can work with it as it is. Sorry, I need to clean here and there, you know, it's much easier. Okay, so I did this. Is it easy? Everything's good here? I'm gonna try something else. So now, I got my plan, and I want something more interesting. I get into Effects, 3D, Rotate. Okay, the blue facade is my plan. I take it like this. شوية rotation يتغير. And by the way, I still have the screenshots from this. This is from the course الأول. So I know that I might still need the same orientation. And we'll see another diagram, inshallah, why we need that. Okay, here we have the option perspective. Let's see what's, look how it looks. شوية, it's heavy on the laptop, so it's fine. See how it's gonna give me some dramatic look, but I never use it really. So, but it's still a useful tool. Okay, we have it, and then I need to edit certain things or use it basically as vectors. So I'm gonna go here, objects, expand appearance. Okay. If you have a complex plan, don't ungroup it. Work with it as a group. Double tap, again, double tap, and work with it like this. When you ungroup and then you paint or draw things on top of it, it's going to be super messy because it's got a lot of shapes. Okay, let's say that I got it now. I got the perfect angle that I need. Again, there is no such numbers you go through بعدين رح تحصلون طريقة معينة أو the best result. You're gonna have to try it until you get the best result for your diagram or your site. Okay, how can I make those? Those are the shading devices. As I just mentioned, this is a diagram that it's all made in Illustrator, and I just needed to, I didn't want to do it on Rhino, and it's relatively to scale, okay? And if you want to see it here, the cars, those small things are really exaggerated in size because I need it to be exaggerated so people can actually see the flow, they can see the issues in the site, okay? So it's fine. If you want to make a diagram, to have it a little off scale. Although I had some jurors having some issue with it being off scale, so I think it's worth it. Okay, how can I make this? You can make it in endless amount of ways. I want to make like this shape in Illustrator. I don't want to go to Rhino and then go back. Why I don't like doing that is because, and we're gonna see it now. Let's see it now. Actually. Here, for example, this is a Make 2D from Rhino. This didn't look like this when I first got it from Rhino. It's a Make 2D, and it needed to be cleaned a lot. So for me, it's a simple shape. Generally, simple shapes don't get too much trouble with Make 2D, but it's still, for me, it's easier to do it here. Anyways, a lot of talk. I can do it just like this. Shift X, so I can have it as a stroke, and then go Effect. Someone got a question? Does it change the scale? شنو يعني? What do you mean? I'm gonna go to Effect, 3D, Extrude. and I'm going to do it this way. Like this. Okay. And then you need to be quite thin. So let's say 20. Okay. Okay. Let's say it's not 20. Let's say it's 40. Okay. And I got this. If I do this, okay, let's say that this is white. See how it's going to turn? Aisha, can you explain your question, please? This is gonna give me a good result if I'm gonna play more with the direction, but I didn't do it this way. I can basically do the same thing. Object, expand appearance, and then they can all look. They can all be white, and the stroke is black. And I got it. You already answered me. Okay. I can have it this way, or I can draw it by myself, which is the way I did this. First, I'm gonna go and this is actually if you want it to be, let's say I need it to look like, or I need it to be 10 centimeters, okay? I'm gonna go here into line, and I'm gonna say 0, 10 centimeters, good. It's like this, okay? I'm gonna Alt, use Alt, and then Shift, and then drag it, and it's gonna give me this result, okay? And then I'm gonna just connect them. Okay? I got the shape now. So I'm gonna make it bigger. Although I just said that I need to be 10 centimeters, but for you guys. No, that's okay. I'm gonna again use Alt, drag it with Shift, but this time vertically. And then I'm gonna do this, create this shape, and then here. It's really important to actually draw these facades because يعني راح يتأذون وايد, especially if you have a colored background. Okay, so here we have it. I can do it, for example, like this. ما أدري شنو فيني الأحمر اليوم. Okay, I have it now. It's good. It's what I need. So now, how can I make this? هل لازم أرسمهم واحدة واحدة؟ No. Pen tool. I'm gonna go here, just like that. This. Okay. And then Alt and drag it this way. Do I need to drag each and every one? No. I can have Command V, and it's gonna give me the same. Oh wow, it's almost perfect. It's gonna give me the same copy paste with the same gap between them. Okay. Let's say that these are not perfectly good in terms of spacing. And inshallah, 5 repeats. So here, repeat from here, right? Or you need to repeat everything? Okay. So how can I make those repetition elements, and يعني, how can I repeat those elements without actually going there and doing it manually? I'll take this one, Alt, and take it like this, for example. Don't tap on anything else. Go Command D, Command D, Command D, Command D, Command D, and we got them. Okay. It's really useful, especially if you want to make a pattern or something. Okay, let's say that I need them to be spaced evenly. This one is going to start here, and this one is going to start here. I'm going to go and select them all. I can't see it from Zoom. Okay, and then I'm going to go here, basically align to selection, and evenly spacing. Okay, it's really useful. Okay, because let's say these two, let's say two columns, are actually linked مع هذا الفساد يعني. I'm gonna go here and do this. It's gonna look like this. So even those small details are really make a lot of difference. In how they look. Okay. So now how can I bring the thickness? P again. I'm gonna go shift and then do this. Okay. And then I'm gonna go out and space here. Then Command D, and it's perfect. Everything is good, and it looks good. Okay, I got a small issue here. Why does it look like this? The reason is basically, okay, I think I need colored background so it's more clear. Let's say it's this one. Okay. And I actually got into the same mistake. So how can I solve this? It's basically complete this. Again, I have this issue. It doesn't look nice. I'm gonna go to stroke and then fix it. Okay. And now, I can basically change them all. And take this one. Okay, Command D. It saves a lot of time. Okay, let's say that I stopped here and then I did Command D. It's not gonna work because I tapped on the background. So how can I do it? I'm gonna go Command Z. I think it looks like this. Oh, it doesn't. Do it again. That was dramatic. What's happening? Ah, okay. Sorry. For some reason, the background is coming off. Okay, and then Command D. Tamam. And then do the same thing here. I'm gonna do one. Okay, just like that. The reason why I use this angle is because I know that basically using Shift and Pen tool, it's gonna give me the right result. So that's why it's better. And then go like this. So it looks neat. Okay. And then drag it here. Command D. The same thing. Just repeat it. Of course, the size is different, but you can actually solve that. Okay, I'll show you how. Okay. Come on. We got this. And then we can use this one. It's gonna be it's gonna need a little of editing. So here, especially this side, I'm just gonna take it to back and then drag it, Command D, and it's the same thing over and over. Okay, everything's clear so far. How can I use Illustrator to make those. And it was really fun doing them. Okay, let's take this one. How did I make the most? Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'm just gonna do القبة. Okay. I think. Okay, see, first I started with the shape or the space that I need it to be. Okay, let's do it from scratch. I'm gonna go here. L is for tool. Okay, this is الكاب مالتي. It's a reference thing. It's not gonna be appearing, or maybe it is. Okay, oops. I'm gonna make L, shift, and then I'm gonna get a perfect circle. Now I'm gonna space it into the middle. And then let's say that I'm gonna have a rectangle here. Okay. Everything's clear. Let's change the colors so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I did this and this. And then I'm gonna go here. And I'll use, okay. I still get them wrong. This one. Okay. So how did I do this? It's basically this one, this two. I'm gonna go here. Like this. Okay. I'm gonna space it like this. Try to have like a common ground between them. Come on. And then maybe edit this a little further. Okay. And then I'm gonna do this. Okay. And then right click. I'm gonna go here into transform, reflect, here vertical, copy. Oh, it didn't do the whole thing. Wait, what just happened? I don't know. I'll do it again. Right click, transform, reflect, vertical, copy, and then do it like this, and then unify. Okay, and then let's take the whole thing and then unify. And we do. You can edit it more, like for example, like this. Yeah, another tip. If I need to take this one here, and I want the same exact spacing over here. What I used, and maybe there's a better way, I actually count how many times I take it. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's evenly distributed. And then I can, oops, no. Or here and here. Sorry, I'm gonna take this one too. This one here. And then unify them. And I have my dome. Is it clear, guys? Do you want me to repeat it or do something else? But the last step, which step? Oops. Here, it looks like a snail, by the way. Here, everything is good. To move them, okay. Okay, I'm gonna repeat stuff, okay? So I made this shape, I'm gonna go right click, transform, reflect, vertical, copy, and not okay, because okay, it's gonna reflect this one. Please, yeah, make sure that all of these are actually aligned and they're actually in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna show you how can I do that. When I wanna do that, and okay, sorry, my brain just glitched. Because, okay, sorry. I'm gonna go here to artboard, and I'm gonna make them all here. Guys. Okay. Okay, so we did this. Now, yes, I love using illustrations in my diagrams, but sometimes we need to use pictures. And this is the last one when it's coming to diagramming your analysis or your site plan. So here, how did I make this? How did this happen? I hope you like it, by the way. Okay, so we have this image. It's from Google Plan, Google Earth. Okay, so what I did here is that I traced it manually. I traced البحر and then placed it correctly where it is. And I actually covered this part as well. So I'm going to show you the illustration. Here, it looks like this. So they're overlaid, okay? And then we're going to go right click, make clipping mask. Okay. So can we do it here? Let's see here. So here, make clipping mask and first. Clipping mask is your friend when you're talking about pictures in Illustrator. I'll try it again, okay? This, I traced this with pen tool. So I went like this. It took like 10 minutes. That's worth it, okay? Until I finish the whole thing that I need to be shown. So it looks like this. Okay, is it enough? No. I'm gonna go here, effects, 3D, rotate, and it's the same thing. The blue facade, I'm gonna take it like this. I'm gonna show it more. Just like this, or maybe like this, okay? And I need those numbers, guys. Just take a screenshot and use it again and again. The reason why I need those numbers is because I'm gonna repeat it for this one and this one. I need them all to be the same angle because it's the same diagram basically. And maybe it's a little better, so when you have too many angles in your presentation, it's a little confusing, or it's not the prettiest thing. So try to be like using 2 to 3 angles maximum. Okay, so I have this one, and then I'm gonna drag it down, send it back. Okay, I'm gonna take it here so it's clear. And then, how can I use or do this shade or like shading? Yeah, I'm gonna go here, double tap, again double tap. زين راح امسح الصورة شوي Okay, sorry. Working with effects is actually heavy on your laptop. So I'm gonna take this one, the shape I mean, and make it into black. Okay, and I'm gonna remove this one. Yeah. I have like a backdrop or a shade. Is it clear? How did I do that? I feel like it's a little confusing. Do you want me to repeat this?
دانا عندي سؤال.
Yes.
الحين خبري بفوتوشوب تقدرين تسوين شادو حق شيء، فبالستريتر ما تقدرين؟
بلى. بس
ليش ما سويتي شادو بدال هالحركة؟
لأن I like how it looks. Actually, it's too sharp. I believe it's. I don't use it much. It is there though. I believe you can do it, and it's here, effect, but I don't like using it, honestly. I don't know. It is there. Yes, I don't use it. Okay. By the way, everything in Illustrator, you can actually do it like in endless amounts of ways. And there's like no one way of doing things, okay? So it's fine. You can do it or you can use the shadow. Okay, let's say that I want it to look like it's 3D. It's not a shadow. It's like it's a thick, it has a thickness. Yani. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, do like this. Sorry, shadow stop shadow. Full. Yes, drop shadow. It's again, I think it's really heavy, so I'm afraid if I do it, it's gonna crash or something. So I'm gonna do this. Maybe it's actually better for you to expand the appearance for the shadow, especially. Here we have shadow. I'm gonna go object, expand appearance. So P, and it's gonna just click. Undo this. It's fine. This is not gonna be shown. I'm gonna send it to back, and then do the same thing here. Okay, send it to back, and it's gonna look like it's extruded. Okay, and here I have this angle as well. You know why I'm doing this? I'm doing it this way, صح? Is it clear, guys? Oh, good. So, okay. I want this diagram. I use it for locating the another land ports in Kuwait, and I need it to be this way. I need it. يعني, let's say if I'm gonna do it in here. So how did I do that? I took a line. Okay. Let's give it a thickness. And then I went to stroke. I think I did that dash line. And then here, arrowheads. Here. Or, okay, just, yeah. If I did it, should I, and I want to change the direction, what can I do? I'm gonna go here and press on this, swap start and end. It's really easy. And if I need it to be in the two ends, I'm going to do this. And let's say that this one is supposed to be much smaller. Let's say it's 50%. See how? You can play with that. Okay. Now the text. Let's say it's let's say Kuwait. Okay. And I have the characters up there. Character. And I didn't tap it in all caps, but I need it to be in all caps, so I did this all caps. Okay. I need it to be bigger. I need to change cut, fine, scale. I don't like this. Yeah. I need it to be thicker, so I'm gonna give it a thickness. And I need to يعني الspacing مالت الأحرف. Okay. So I'm gonna do it this way. So text is really important in your presentation. You need to know what type of font you use. You should make sure that everything's clear, nothing's too small, nothing's too big. This is an issue. Okay, and we're gonna How can I make this effect? How's it like this way? It's basically the same as everything we just did. We go there, effects, 3D, rotate. Okay, I'm gonna do like this, and then take it like this. So I'm gonna try until it's the perfect look for me. Let's say it's just like this. Okay. So with text, when you do that, and let's say that I had like a typo or something. So I'm gonna go double tap, and then I can edit smoothly. Okay. But if I went to object and did expand appearance, it's gonna act with this text as shapes, you know, and it is useful sometimes, but you don't need it. يعني رح تتوهقون if you have a misspelling. Okay, is it clear? This thing is clear. Do you know how to do it? It's basically all with the effect and 3D. Is it clear, guys? So we can jump into another thing. These lines are basically to show where exactly I'm talking about. So these are actually zoom-ins. So here we have, there are some missing lines. This is the largest one. And then I took this space, so here. And then I took a smaller area. And then see, it's a small area here. And then I have my location. So it's a way of doing things. Okay, let's say that now I need to jump into my party. I need to explain how my shape or how my design came. Okay, this is an example. This is my design 6 diagram, party diagram. It was with my dear friend Sarah. And these shapes are all made in Rhino. So all of them, okay? But how did I do this? How did I make it? How did I make this, the outline? Okay. The outline is really important when it comes to diagramming. It's actually like it's give you a spotlight on certain things. And you see, if it was without, let's say, it looks like this. it doesn't get the full attention. And you don't want the whole thing to be so dark. You don't want it to be like this. You just need an outline. Okay? Let's see. This one is a very simple shape. I'm gonna take a copy. This is very important. Don't do it directly because you're gonna lose your shape. And then I'm gonna go like this. Unite. Okay. And then I have an issue here. It's not the cleanest. So I'm just, here I can use cut, which is this tool. And I can go like this. And go like this. Okay. So it cleans the mess. It's a nice tool. Okay, so I have it now. I can go, basically, I can make it bigger. So here I need this color, for example. And now I'm gonna place it here over this one. Good, it's really good. But it's taking over some of the edges. Like if I send it to back, it's coming inside. How can I solve that? Again, stroke, and here, align stroke, and make it to the outside. Why is it not changing? Ah, okay. So here, that walking. Why is it not changing? That's really weird. It was changing. Like I tried it yesterday. I don't know what's the issue exactly. Can we do the first step? Inshallah. This, I really don't know why is this not working. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it. Hopefully it's gonna work this time. I'm gonna take a copy. Okay, here, unite, and then clean those here. Okay, it's really, really simple. And then go here, stroke, change the color, make it 0.1. And then, oh my god, it's not working. I don't know why. Anyways, this here, align stroke to the outside, is what's gonna solve this problem with it being this one. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's like this. It's really bugging me. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is for this simple shape. What about this? If I try the same, oh, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right. By the way, Command 2 closes or locks the it locks the object. Okay, I'll try to join it. By the way, I don't know. Okay. If I have a very complex object, should I try the same thing? Let's try. It doesn't work. Okay. So this actually came from Make2D from Rhino. And I need to go first, object, expand, fill and stroke. Okay, guys, fill and stroke should be open, and then okay. Come on. And then I'm gonna go here, make it all black. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to unify. Okay, sorry. I didn't do one step. I'll repeat it, okay? It needs 4 steps. First of all, we're gonna copy it, okay? Then objects, expand. Fill and stroke are open, okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna give it a color. It's gonna be unified. Everything is black, okay? And then merge, okay, first step. And then unify. And it's gonna give me this shadow, tamam? And then shift X to give me the outline. Let's say I want it to be red. And I'm gonna place it just like this. Okay, I believe this will work. Yeah. Align stroke to outside. It's gonna hug your object, and it's not gonna interfere with it. Is it clear? Do you want me to do it again? This, if you have a very complex Make 2D, it's definitely won't work just like this one. It's really very easy, and it's got very few vectors. This got tons of work. So basically, I'm gonna repeat it one last time. First of all, object, expand, fill and stroke, okay, and then merge, then unify, okay, and then I'm gonna change the stroke. I'm gonna activate it like a frame. It really gives a nice look to your design. Okay, is it clear? Do you want me to repeat this or anything else? Is it up to you guys? Did you sleep, guys? Okay. Okay. The last thing that I'm going to talk about. First, do you have any question about anything we did here? Something that you want to do but you don't know how? Something about the tools? Anything about here? Before we jump to the last thing, which is the layout. Okay. Anyways, if you have any question, just write it down and we'll go back, inshallah. Okay, I'll show you one of the diagrams that we did in design 6. So here, I really love this option, which is from view, presentation mode. You don't have to actually export it to PDF so you can see the whole thing and how it's going to be presented. You can simply do this. Okay, so I did not use anything other than what I just mentioned. It's basically a Make 2D it was a skyscraper, and we converted to Make 2D and with the cutting. So we made the cutting in Rhino, and we cleaned it. Look, something very important. You're never gonna have a very clean Make 2D from Rhino if you're talking about a whole project. You've got to clean a lot. So here, what we did here is that we made a frame for it the same way. First of all, object, expand appearance or expand, and then we did the merge and unite, and then it's بدلنا naturally, and then we gave it this shadow. The reason of this shadow is basically kind of a zoning for our design. Because it's a skyscraper, it's divided into zones, different zones vertically. So the first one is the public, and then we have the theater, and then we have offices, and then we have the mosque, and then we have more offices. I think this is the workshop, sorry. Anyways, you can use multiple diagrams into one diagram. And this is actually sometimes looks quite nice. Yeah, don't overdo it, but don't do it like on a flat drawing as well. You can do it, Sammy. Okay, yeah. I wanted to show you this because this is what was actually happening. It didn't happen like this in one shot. It actually took tons of work, tons of trial and error until it got there. So first I tried another angle and didn't work, and then I changed it, and constant modifying, okay? And here I'm gonna explain a little bit about this diagram. Presentation. Basically I'm gonna give you some ideas about it. So here, this diagram, it's showing you the path of trucks in the site. It's showing you cars movement. It's showing you the your journey in the site. So first of all, you're gonna go through passport, and then customs, and then insurance, and then you're gonna go home. And if you're coming here, the numbers are guiding you through the site. This division, this side is blue and this side is red. It shows that this is coming from Saudi, this is coming from Kuwait. Those small dialog boxes and those people are basically telling you what are the issues with the site, because as I just mentioned, it got so many issues. And these exclamation marks are basically how urgent the issue is, okay? So it's basically, it's very like comic-like, maybe I can call it that. I made the trucks and the cars exactly the way I made this one. It's quite simple. So from all of the things that we learned so far, do you know how did I do this? This dialog box and this this is where تدخل النساء. Is it clear? How did I do everything in Illustrator? Or do you want me to clarify something so far from this diagram? By the way, line weights are really important. As it's shown here, the ground or the plan is not black, it's actually gray. So it doesn't take much of the details in the diagram itself. Those dark shades or this shaded spots are basically the رصيف, basically, so it's non-vehicle spots. And I didn't need to rewrite everything. يعني this is هذا رصيف, هذا شارع أو كذي. لأن it's all, you can see it. You can see where are the cars, where are the humans. So it's really clear, okay? Or at least I hope it's all clear. What else? Okay, yeah, the layout. When you finish everything, and I believe our instructor told us that we're probably going to present the Jama for the final at least. So if you're presenting, still printing for your presentation, do this. make this. Experiment how can you tell your narrative and visualize it. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to put everything. You need at least the spacing of those drawings, and how huge are they, how small are they, and I hope it's clear for you. For example, this is the initial layout of things. You can see here, it's the start of that diagram, by the way. This diagram actually came from this. So I had an idea in my mind and I tried to do it. Okay. The layout was totally different than what the final was. For example, here, I think, yeah, this is here. This is here is what my final looked like. And those spacing is actually what the panels, the width of the panel. So this actually fits one panel, this one fits one panel, and this one fits one panel. The reason why this is very important, because if you got, for example, if we're talking about Adelia for now, and you got, let's say, a 3 meters long poster, it's not going to be the widest thing, because again, it's not هي مو طوفة, it's panels, they're divided. And especially if you're the one on the other side is, for example, moving, or the panel is not stable, it's all very spaced out. So try to, you don't have to get them this divided, but it's really, it makes it nicer to look at. Okay. This is, again, this is another layout. It was a constant trial and error thing until I got into the best look so far, And I think this is all I wanted to say. We learned a lot of things today. Yeah, just one other thing. So when I'm talking about the style you want to see or you want to achieve, let's say, if you don't have something in your mind, just seek inspiration. Go to Pinterest and just type architectural diagrams or architectural visuals, or I don't know, anything, architectural drawings, for example. And you're gonna get endless amounts of different styles. And you can basically, for example, this one is really nice. It's not my style, but it's nice. This one, for example, is maybe too basic. It's very, very, forward. It's, you can get it easily. You can see here, for example, this is, you can see that it's used, she made or he made all the diagrams on Rhino visuals. And it's directly from Rhino, it's not even Make 2D. There are endless amounts of representation, and even when you see something, you don't have to copy it as is. You can take like an element. You can take something. So I'll show you. I believe maybe someone will get to do a digital presentation. So here's an example that we made. So in your presentation, if it's digital now, you need a cover page. You don't have to make it something quite complex. It's just your names, the instructor names. Here it's design 5, our project. It was in Yom Bahar. And basically we traced all of these. In this project, we didn't use any pictures, no pictures at all. we only use illustrations, and those are actually illustrations from pictures. And this is basically the what do they call it? Representation that we chose. So here we chose circles. What is heritage? Again, circles to explain. Here, this is heavy, so that's why it's glitching tray. In our design, we made a lot of these, let's say, icons. There are actually icons, but they're very special to our يعني ما في icons موجودة بالنت actually. This is يعني specifically for our project. Okay, same thing here. So in this project, we actually use, oh, very important tool. Once I finish, I'm going to talk about it, inshallah. Here, as you can see, it's all same color palettes. It's ما في شيء فجأة to be popping. يعني, you know, these are the strategies. And use this technique that you see the same thing, but it changes because it's digital. So here, you know, this diagram, for example. Okay. And at the end, just say thank you. Just remember that. Okay. So why I want to mention this? So that project I just you just saw was actually part of it was a bigger group. So we did the site analysis as I think 10 or 11 members, and then designing we were 4. So we needed to take those diagrams and put them into our color palette. So they were different color palettes. Let's say that I have, I'm gonna make a quick, this is really helpful and it's very, like, it's gonna save you a lot of time. Okay, let's say this is like this, this is like this, and we got a lot of these. Okay, we have different sizes, different things. Okay, so this is the color palette that was used, for example, in the site analysis. And now I need it to be changed into my personal color palette. I'm gonna go here, tap into one element with one color, select, same, fill, and stroke. And it's gonna select all the same stroke and fill objects, and then I'm gonna take them to this color. I'm gonna go here, the same thing. Select, same. Let's say fill color. It's the same. It really depends on what you're using. So here I unified them. I changed them the way I like. So it's the same for typing, by the way. So if I do this, let's say today, and then I have today, and this one is actually, for example, this one, this هذا الخط. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and select same. Let's say the color. It's actually select appearance. It's that's strange. I think because it's the same word or letters. Anyways, you can use it and it makes life much easier because, for example, I need it to be all red and it wasn't red before. Select same, or select object. I don't use objects. Same appearance or fill color in those. They actually help me a lot in my projects. And I think that's it, guys. So I hope everything's clear. If anyone got any questions, anything at all, any comments? Inshallah. Okay, Turkey InDesign is mainly for if you want to make, it's better for layout, and it gives you a lot of easier even opportunities layout-wise, and it's definitely your way to go if you're going to do a booklet or a book, okay? But Illustrator is not supposed, or you have the option to use Illustrator for your layout, but InDesign give you more opportunities or more properties and more ways to fix and have a perfect layout. Me, in person, I don't use InDesign if I'm talking about printing posters, because Illustrator give me the result. And I don't have to go back and forth from the two programs. But again, if you're doing a book or a booklet, go for InDesign. Yeah, I answered that. حياكم الله. No, I don't need that. Why would I save them as JPEG? I don't need PowerPoint. See, okay, I'm gonna give you another tip for Illustrator. If you're talking about, I believe you're talking about the presentation. صح؟ حصة? So if I have a digital presentation and I did everything here, I'm gonna go here to artboards, and I can change them easily. So if I tap on this one, it's gonna show me that it's the fifth artboard. This one is the third. This one is first. So if I need this one to be, let's say, the fourth or the third, this one needs to be the second. This one is the first one. See, you can change the layout, the layout. الترتيب, you can change the words are not here today. تقدرون تغيرون الترتيب here, or you can do it manually وكذي حوسة شوي. But you can do that, or you can go here, save as, and you can save it as PDF. Okay, and okay, save. تمام. Illustrator, okay, everything is good. Okay, or you can change the layout here in Acrobat or as a PDF. Okay, let's say I don't really use Acrobat for that. I use, where is our, this is it. Because it's in Mac, I have preview. Okay, and I can go to contact sheet, and I can change the layout. I can make this one first, this one's first, this one here, and this works. Acrobat, there is a way for Acrobat, but I don't use it honestly. So I hope I answered your question. Using PDF is basically you're creating the digital presentation. So clear, guys? حياكم الله. I hope you benefited, and I'm sorry for talking a lot. But really, Illustrator is really fun to work with, and it's really amazing. الله يعافيك. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you for being here.
ثانك يو دانا، مشكور على وقتك أول شيء. ثاني شيء أنك رضيتي تعطينا هالورك شوب المفيد للأمانة. عساك هالقوة، ما قصرتي.
الله يقبل. تمام. مع السلامة. See you guys إن شاء الله.